all you feel is sad, depressed, all the weight that you go up. I was so big, I'd walk into a place, people would walk out. That's how crazy I looked. I had that crazy eye. You know, I walk in there and people are like, holy f, who's this guy? This guy's on steroids, that's what he is.
Had people everywhere. My uncle then got caught by Pablo and he shot him. They blasted him like 2,000 bullets.
Well guys, it looks like we are back somehow yet again with one of the biggest goobers to ever touch the internet and one of the craziest examples of someone who just never learns when to stop embarrassing themselves. And you already know that we are of course talking about the wannabe king, good old Ben Azoulay. And it has been quite some time since the last time that we covered good old Ben here. With the last time we did actually talk about him, we watched him attempt to respond to a call out where he was challenged to a bare knuckle boxing match. And Ben responded exactly how you would expect him to, by saying that you had to pay to play and requiring a 250 grand entry fee, even though he was just sitting there and saying and pretending like he was ready to go any day, anytime. But in reality, this man was just hiding behind the fact that there is no way in hell anybody is about to be paying this goober 250 grand just to fight him.
Well, let's make it clear. You gotta pay to play. Show us that you have $250,000 in your account, and I'll set up a fight just because this is personal. I'll set up a fight with UNF. We'll do an MMA fight. I'm ready today, I'm ready tomorrow, I'm ready any time you want. We'll do it legit, we'll do it legal, and don't worry, after I put you to sleep in the cage, I'll go ahead and give you a hug. And I'll tell you, you got some balls for coming in here with me.
And after this very goofy and rushed response that he decided to do, I guess that Ben here must have gotten scared that he set the entry fee way too low and was afraid that he might actually have to fight somebody. That, or he just regretted making this video so much that he decided that he was going to pull it down and just pretend like it never happened. And at this point, I don't even blame him for pulling that dumb shit down, because not only did it just make him look foolish, but he also got completely destroyed and absolutely flamed in the comments section. But the thing that makes matters even crazier is that this complete doofus tried to actually respond to a couple of the comments, which he should know by now is just a really bad idea because he always just ends up getting clowned even worse than he already was. But there was one reply that he made that really stuck out to me where he tried to go ahead and make a response to JD Delay's comment, where JD not only ratioed the absolute shit out of him in the comment section, but also called him out for only having 800 views in 3 hours, before making fun of him for claiming to be the most famous person on the internet. And you know, the king here, he just couldn't let that shit slide because he is just so damn insecure. And he responded by saying, "Hey JD, why don't you keep offering Thor to fight me? Why don't you come to LA and I'll fight you? Be a man and stop screaming behind the screen with your raspy voice and mayo up your butt." So the goober probably made this response right here and then deleted the video and thought that no one would see it. But now I guess he's just gonna have to charge a way higher entry fee because we all know damn well that he is not about to try and fight JD. And my favorite part about this is this response just led to people making fun of him even further, especially for that little end line there talking about mayo up. So obviously the response video just did not go the way that he wanted it to, and it looked like he tried to move on, even though this trend of getting made fun of has been pretty much non-stop, and it has led to a couple of his normal little crash outs on his Instagram story, with instances like this right here where he got mad because someone was talking about steroid use and was obviously implying that he's using, and was asking how many times he uses in a month. And naturally, Ben handled this in the only way he knew how, which was to go on one of his famous dumbass rants.
You ready for this? I'm gonna apologize in advance. That right there is a question from a weak man. A weak man that sees me and says, hey, how can I get the cheat code? How can I become King Azoulay overnight so I can look like this by tomorrow? That does not happen. You have to understand. I took steroids and I took it to compete. I thought I was going to be Mr. Olympia, fucking sitting there with my arms out, thinking I'm going to be the best in the world. And then I realized it was the fucking dumbest game. All you feel is sad, depressed, all the weight that you go up. I was so big, I'd walk into a place, people would walk out. That's how crazy I looked. I had that crazy eye. You know, I walk in there and people are like, holy f, Who's this guy? Shit, this guy's on steroids. That's what he is. And you get sick, you get depressed, you don't want to be around anybody. That's not what you want. This I built on my own. And then I thought I was going to become a pro bodybuilder. Fuck that shit. Do not inject, guys. Natural.
And I don't know what the hell he means by I used to have the crazy eyes, because this fucker right here still does the crazy eyes pretty damn often. And I am pretty sure that is because he is still using steroids. You don't stay looking like this because you take ice baths and end up tanning naked like he tries to imply.
Sit in the ice between 3 to 5 minutes daily. If you do that, you'll boost your testosterone levels by 700%. Sit out in the sun completely naked for about 30 minutes a day. That's gonna boost it up by 140%.
And you won't end up looking like this all because you just have high testosterone naturally, like he's always trying to say. And on top of that, this is the exact response I would expect from somebody who is roid raging out about apparently not ever doing steroids and being natural. And this just ended up becoming a trend for him on his page because I am constantly seeing him addressing the roid comments. So clearly it's starting to piss him off, and he just feels the need to constantly respond to people about it and is now just crashing out about it. And the wild part is, this isn't even the only trend that has developed since he went ahead and scrubbed his Instagram account clean, which I don't even know why he did it if he's going to end up falling right back into the same habits. And originally, when he did scrub it clean, I thought that he was going to try to change up the content and take a more authentic or maybe genuine approach, which it did appear that he was trying to do with videos like this one right here, where he's just giving some basic advice and it wasn't over the top, and it seemed like he might have actually learned his lesson.
Do not do anything to anger your mother. Whatever it is you do, show her love. Whatever it is she does, show her love. You came out of her. That's your mom. No matter what she does, do not get upset and make life easy for her. If the trash is filling up, throw the trash out. If there's dishes in the sink, go do the dishes. Do her laundry. You don't know how to do laundry? Look it up on YouTube. Do whatever it takes to just make life easy for mom. Do not stress your mother.
And you know, even though it's not some groundbreaking shit, I thought that he somewhat learned his lesson, even a little bit. I mean, clearly he didn't fully learn it with all the response videos and everything, but at least it seemed like he was done posting some ridiculous shit, like Master Shifu was out here training him in the restaurant, and was out here teaching him kung fu or some shit, when in reality, he was probably just helping the janitor mop the floor every day when they closed up. But then, this guy probably wasn't getting enough attention without saying something just downright ridiculous, and he turned right around and started telling more fucking stories, and has been basically reposting the same type of stories that he ended up deleting in the first place, so I don't even know why he did it. With one of the more recent ones being about Pablo Escobar and how his uncle ended up dying to him.
My uncles, they were working with Pablo Escobar. He trusted people. He believed that nobody was going to steal from him. So he didn't send you coke and ask you to send him money at the same time. There was, here it is, I'm fronting you. Don't F me because I'll F you 10 times worse. When you sell it, bring me the money. My uncle, being greedy, he kept the money and he told him that the Beverly Hills Police Department took the supply. Pablo had people everywhere. My uncle then got caught by Pablo and he shot him. They blasted him like 2,000 bullets.
So at this point, this guy just genuinely cannot even help himself. Like, this is the exact content that ended up getting him clowned on in the first place, and the exact content that he cleansed off his page, but he is so attention hungry that he just had to go right back to it. And it doesn't even seem like he's trying to be remotely realistic, because the motherfucker just said that his uncle got shot by 2,000 bullets. And what's even more wild is this is of course something that he's talked about before, but every time he talks about it on a new different video, it seems to slightly change. Like, the guy's got 10 different origin stories at this point. And it's almost as if that he just has some type of humiliation kink, because if you go ahead and look at the comments as well, he's just getting downright flamed again for acting like an idiot. And there are of course just many other examples from only the past few days, with another one being this one right here, where he is talking about how he apparently basically tells his wife when her bedtime is, because apparently the way she's been doing it isn't working and she can't pay the 20 grand in bills that they have every month.
My own
He's not just yapping about dumb shit like this right here, where he's claiming that he pays 20 grand in bills every month and is just trying to look cool in general. He is, for some reason, going right back to glazing the living shit out of the Shaolin monks again, and was talking about how he trained with them and how they apparently hung themselves and also beat their head in the wall. And I don't know why he's doing this. This has just been a strategy that has not worked at all, but for some reason, he is just determined. And along with this, in the very next post, he's talking about how he's related to King Solomon again, and how they compare his wisdom to King Solomon's. Like, it's actually incredible at this point how much this man is determined to just make shit up.
Who are the strongest humans in the world? The Shaolin monks. They don't come into the UFC because they know they could destroy anybody in the UFC. They don't get near a woman ever, and they don't release ever. Not allowed to. I trained with that. They hang themselves. So that way they work on different parts of the neck. So you can't sit there and, do a rear naked choke on a Shaolin monk. He just doesn't feel it. The strongest bone in the body is your skull. They make it 4 times thicker after banging their heads against the wall for the first year. King Solomon is actually one of my ancestors. King Solomon, King David.
They're in my ancestor blood. Some people compare me with my wisdom to King Solomon.
So clearly, the little rebrand on Instagram apparently just flopped, and he's back and determined to go ahead and spread all of his little stories and all of the different shit that he did to try and continue and look as cool as he can. Where he's out here talking about how his uncle got shot by 2,000 bullets. And there has been one other trend that King Azoulay has decided to pick up, which was to do what a lot of these other alpha males are doing right now, and to use the Charlie Kirk situation to his own advantage to go ahead and try and grift. And he posted a video like this one right here where he's doing that, and he's trying to use it in order to criticize the school system, and it's conveniently done right around when the Charlie situation occurred. And as we all know with King Azoulay, one of his big statements is that F students are inventors, and that's one of the big courses that he's constantly trying to sell. So he saw this opportunity, and he damn sure jumped on it.
The majority of kids that go to college and they graduate have a lower view of America than when they enter. Do you think that college teaches responsibility and hard work?
Sure.
Okay, well, I find that hard to believe.
You see, the school system was created and built and designed by someone named John D. Rockefeller. John D. Rockefeller was a very smart man. What he wanted to do is create a simple society, not a society of inventors and creators and producers, but society of workers and consumers. And John D. Rockefeller was so smart at doing what he did because he took the masses and turned them into sheeps. And that is exactly why the school is not built or meant for people to actually succeed in life and become millionaires.
So as we can all tell, this guy is just not going to stop anytime soon, and it appears he's going to continue to crash out about dumb shit like the roid questions, along with picking up on these new grifts in order to get as much attention as he can, while also trying to repeat some of the goofiest stories that he possibly can. And I just had to talk about it, because this man just manages to embarrass himself in new ways every single week. But with that said, I think I'm done here, so if you enjoyed, please drop the sub and the like, and I'm out. Watching King Azoulay return to old habits, and peace.
By the end of this video, you're gonna know if you have what it takes to become successful and rich, or be broke and a bum for the rest of your life. When I was a young boy, I used to look at guys with nice cars and say, man, this guy's unbelievable. How did he do it? On the other hand, I used to hang out with friends that will look at the guy and give all the excuses in the world. This guy's a drug dealer. This guy inherited his money from his parents. This guy is a robber. Those guys are still speaking about guys like that exactly the same. But me, on the other hand, I'm sitting in the same place, in the same car, just a better version of that guy. Although I did not know him, he showed that it is possible. Now, depending on the comments that I'm gonna get on this one, if it's a bad comment, you already know you're wasting your time, you're wasting your life, you'll stay a bum forever. If it's a good comment, I guarantee you that your success is waiting right around the corner.